One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Howdy ho, everyone. You Space Pirate Patriots, welcome to this OneWeb launch brought to you by SpaceX and the Kev, because I'm here too, yo. You guys know what the deal is. Let's muster up. Where you from, what you munching on, as Wiley hops around for no reason. Stupid puppy. I got the Doggo cam hooked in. We'll get to that here in a second. Okay. Really quick, we'll talk about the mission. While you're doing that, we'll go to display one big. Whoosh. So this is a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket lifting off from pad 39A at Kennedy Space Center, Florida. The evening looks awesome down there. I like it. It's been nothing but overcast here lately in Ohio, and it sucks. Anyway, they're taking 40, I think it's about 40 or 40 exactly, OneWeb satellites, constellation satellites, which is the most ever for the company, to orbit around the Earth for their own OneWeb constellation. So it's kind of like a frenemies thing, as we discussed in our SpaceX in the News episode on Friday. All right, and the reason that SpaceX is doing this solid for OneWeb is because OneWeb was working with Roscosmos, with the Russians, and their Soyuz rocket, which was putting their satellites into orbit, as well as like India, I think. But because of the Russia-Ukraine war, Russia was like, nope, we're not doing it anymore. I think they even held on to some of their satellites for a while there. I don't know if they ever got those back. So OneWeb went to SpaceX, and there you see them right there. That's a few of them. I think that's before they stacked them all on there. That's just like, I don't know, 10 or so. So yeah, here we are. All right. Locals members, I do have the locals chat open. What's going on, Blue 2005? Looking forward to this. Bringing combos. I didn't bring any combos, but I'm happy if you have yours. What Flavy La Flav do you got, man? Do you have the pretzel kind or the cracker kind? I'm more of a cracker kind of combos guy myself. Keith Mabe. I was almost about to miss this one. Well, I'm glad you almost didn't. Welcome to the show. Eric Beavers, BFR Beavers in the chat on the tubes. Admiral Beavers, the best part of a Kevin live stream, intro about to start. Yeah, I agree. The best part of my live streams is before I come on camera. But I don't know how many people know this, but I actually don't care for being on camera. I'm an introvert. I don't like being on camera. It's the worst part of my job. And you would think I should choose a different profession, but this is where I'm at. So yes, I too like it when I'm not on camera. But thank you so much for that tip, Eric. You're too kind. Justin DeLong, thank you so much for modding. All right, old man Gibb is back. What's going on, Commander? Commander Gibb, greetings, y'all. Where we from, everyone? Where we from? Scrolling down, looking for places and things and nouns and persons. We got another Ohioan. Colorado, what's going on, Colorado? Ohio, Montana. Beautiful state, Montana. Never been myself, but my brother lived there for a little bit and he loves it. He won't shut up about it. Like, okay, I get it. Montana's great. I have seen Deadwood, though. That's Montana, right? I think it is. Rush, Kentucky. Here we go. Chicken Caesar. Okay. Yummy. Melbourne, Australia. Did I pronounce Melbourne correctly?
Austria. Well then, good day, mate.
Another Coloradian. Denver, Oxfordshire, UK, and marshmallows. I think that's what it said. Yeah, marshmallows.
You sound like you're from London.
You guys say things funny. I don't know how you pronounce marshmallows in the UK. I know you pronounce aluminum as aluminium. Weirdos. Denmark, near Seattle, Dallas. We got Texas in the chat. Awesome.
I pulled him out of a place on Midgard called Texas.
Couple of you from Norway. Wow, we're from all over the place. Missouri. Copenhagen. What's going on, Copenhagen? Chillicothe, Ohio. Okay, I know where that's at. Been there. South Carolina. Dayton, Ohio. Ooh, I have family near Dayton. Bellbrook. All right, well, we're almost at the 2-minute warning for this launch, so we can talk about the rocket here. Well, let's go to Doggo Cam. Let's get the doggos on here. They got to muster up too. We got Peeps laying like a rug on the floor. I apologize if it looks a little dirty. They are shedding right now, so I got a bunch of hair in the carpet. You need to get the lawyer wife to vacuum. See if we can get Wiley in here. I don't know if Kuna will join us. Wiley. Wiley. Also, Wilson and Jeb. Piopies isn't going to get Jeb, but Wiley might. Get Wiley. Oh, get Jeb. Yeah, get him. Get him.
They took our jibs. They took your jibs.
Hey, he's bringing him back to me. You're a good boy. You sharing? Give me Jeb. Good boy. You got to let go of him. Good boy. Good boy. I got the Jeb back. Nice. Hi. Hi there. You're a good boy. Yeah, we decided to keep the Wiley. Lawyer wife just wouldn't give him up. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't give you up either. I know. You're a good boy. He's smart, but he's still a puppy, so he's also dumb. Man, the evening looks awesome in Florida. Any of you from Florida watching tonight? Keith says, my fur babies like to attack the Roomba. Ooh, you got that fancy vacuum cleaner, huh? I keep begging the lawyer wife to get us one of those, but she's seen one too many Roombas skid on over the poop left, the dog poop left on the floor, and it doesn't paint a pretty picture, I guess. Speaking of painting and pictures, you probably haven't heard, because it just released right before we started the stream, that MZ from Dear Moon did pick his crew members and did announce them, and Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut, is one of them. So congratulations, Tim. Good for you. Shocker, they didn't pick me. Do I not come off as artsy fartsy? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have submitted a video that made fun of the whole thing. No, we're about to launch in about 45 seconds. I'm about to turn the volume up. First, Gary Peak. Hello, Kev and the doggos. Thank you so much for supporting, Gary.
What's in that box?
That's my tiles that you're going to put up on the wall. All right, let's turn the volume up. You don't get volume because you didn't bring your headphones because I didn't know you were coming. I can't see you because you're in camouflage. Everyone say, hello, lawyer wife. Hi. Hi. Oh, they're all in here. They're all in here. Doggo cam.
It's a lot of puppies.
See if I can get them all on Doggo cam really quick.
15 seconds and counting.
Too many puppies. It's a puppy party. There's Kunu. He hasn't been on cam in a while.
9,
Wiley,
8,
don't. Wiley,
All right, here we go.
stop it.
Here we go.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Stop.
1.
Now he's biting me.
Ignition. Liftoff.
Wiley, you're too hyper for this.
Pitching downrange.
Please shot.
M1D chamber pressure is nominal.
Wow, look at that. Beautiful sky. OneWeb. It's their competitor for Starlink. They're doing them a solid. They're giving them a little boost.
Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from pad 39A at Kennedy Space Center, carrying our OneWeb 1 payload. Now during ascent, we will tilt the engines, technically called gimbaling, and that'll turn the rocket horizontally slightly in what we call a gravity turn.
Nominal power and telemetry.
So we're still going up, but we're also going horizontally away from the launch pad. You can see a beautiful sunset view of that ascent of Falcon 9.
Vehicle supersonic.
Now in just a couple minutes, we will be throttling the engines down in preparation for max Q, or the maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Max Q.
We just passed through that moment. Now the first stage, or any rocket, typically needs to go about 17,500 miles per hour horizontally in order to avoid being pulled back down to Earth and actually make it into orbit. So you can keep an eye on that stage 1 telemetry on that bottom left-hand side of your screen. Looks like we're going about 2,500 miles per hour right now and increasing rapidly. In a little under a minute here, we will have 5 events coming up in quick succession. So it'll start with main engine cutoff of the first stage, followed by stage separation, a stage 1 flip as it prepares to do the boost back burn, second engine startup 1, where the second stage MVAC engine will ignite, and then the start of that first stage boost back burn.
Yeah, they're landing this booster, beautiful, which I think this is its 5th flight, back at landing zone 1.
The Falcon 9.
It's gonna be great views.
Now we're coming up for main engine cutoff in just a few seconds. And watch out for those 5 events.
Wiley, stop biting his ankles. Dick. We should get some great views this evening with the sun's rays reflecting off the atmosphere. Refracting.
And back ignition.
Slow-mo, bro. Yeah, keep the ground cam, please. O faces. Let me see your O faces.
Wow, what an incredible view.
Oh, look at that. Look at there.
You heard and you see in these incredible views from Falcon 9 first and second stages, that main engine cutoff, stage separation, the first stage flip, second engine startup, and that boost back burn where the plumes from that first and second stage were creating that beautiful light show in the sky. Now that first stage boost back burn is in progress, but it'll end here in just under 10 seconds.
Wiley's being annoying right now. He's biting peeps on the face.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
That was the end of the stage 1 boost back burn. And here coming up shortly, we should have fairing deployment from our second stage.
Fairing separation confirmed.
That's the RCS system you see right here. It's making all that noise.
Fairing separation. You can see that attitude control system.
Nominal trajectories.
The attitude control system on that first stage, creating those beautiful plumes in the sky on those views from your left. Now we did have confirmation of a good fairing separation for both of our fairing halves, and this is the 5th and 6th flight of those fairing halves today, and we will be attempting to retrieve them once more. when they fall back down to Earth using our recovery ship,
It's like
Dog.
it's like a guppy swimming on the surface of water. That's what it looks like to me.
Now here at T
It's art.
plus 4
It's
minutes and
interpretative.
20 seconds into today's mission, we are in the first of 2 planned MVAC burns ahead of satellite deployment. At T plus 6 minutes and 4 seconds, you should see the first stage's entry burn. And we're currently watching some beautiful light show performances from the first stage as it is making its way back down to Earth, with those plumes coming from our attitude control system, which is nitrogen cold gas thrusters near the top of the first stage. Now for the entry burn coming up in about a minute, we will
I'm loving
relight
this, man.
3 of our 9 M1D engines.
Please
So it'll
keep
start with
this
the
camera.
center engine, followed shortly by
That
the
is so awesome. It's a
E1
light
and
show,
E5
brah.
engines. First stage really putting on a beautiful, incredible show there. Now we do that entry burn of the first stage to slow the vehicle down and help reduce re-entry forces to help us recover and reuse that first stage.
You guys tuned into a good launch, bro. Got this landing zone landing coming up.
First
It's gonna
stage
be
and second
sweet.
stage continue to look healthy. We are about 30 seconds away from the start of our entry burn on the first stage, and this will be about a 20-second burn of 3 of our M1D engines to slow that
Stage 2 following novel trajectory.
You can see those
to
cold
slow
gas
that first stage
thrusters right
down
here as
it
well.
re-enters the thicker parts of the Earth's atmosphere. Hopefully
There's
we'll
tight-
get some really beautiful views from the first stage there on the left.
These titanium grid fins are about the size of a compact vehicle. Those
H1
help
entry burn
steer the
startup.
rocket. Little delay on the right-hand side there.
There is the start of our first stage entry burn, as you can see.
Come on, cameraman, stick with it.
Now you can see that first stage flying through that entry burn plume, which deposits that soot on the first stage.
H1 entry burn shutdown.
Did to get that call out for a good entry
Stage 1
burn.
FTS is saved.
It's arching. It's making its way back over the coast.
Stage 2 continues to be on a nominal trajectory. We are getting some spotty camera connectivity, but everything is looking good from stage 2 telemetry. You can see the first stage is coming down back towards landing zone 1, and we will start our landing burn of that first stage in just about 10 seconds here. You can see the Cape Canaveral coast on your screen
Stage
on the
2
right.
FTS is saved. Entry transonic.
There is that start of our first stage landing burn.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Tower not included. Has its own landing legs for this. Although it would be cool to
Really
see it be
incredible
caught by a
views
tower.
from the first stage.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
Like a glove.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Please clap.
As you can see from that beautiful video from
Stage 2 is internal guidance.
the first stage, we did have a successful landing of the first stage booster back on landing zone 1, and this landing marks the 145th recovery of a Falcon 9 first stage. Now in just a few seconds here, we will have second engine cut off 1 of the second stage. We are getting a little bit of some spotty video connections, but you did see the second stage briefly there in the midst of that first burn. We should have SECO 1 here shortly.
MVAC shutdown.
There is that second engine cutoff, or MVAC shutdown 1. And we are just waiting for confirmation of a good orbital insertion from the second stage.
What are you doing? What are you doing, perv? Get out of my crotch. You just sleeping. Are you sleeping? Yep, there you are. They don't start deployment until about an hour after liftoff.
Expected loss of signal, Cape.
You heard the call out. We are in a period of loss of signal from the Cape, but hopefully we will regain connectivity here shortly.
I know.
Nominal
Locals
orbit
chat.
insertion.
Keith, those were some
We
pretty
did just
sweet
get that
images,
confirmation
man.
of a nominal orbital insertion, but the mission isn't over yet. The second stage is now embarking on its first coast phase. So after the coast phase, we will relight that MVAC engine for a second time around the T plus 55-minute mark. So we'll see you back here in about 45 minutes. But in the meantime, enjoy the space tunes, and we'll see you again soon.
No space tunes. Eric Beavers again. Seems fast. What orbit is this going to? GTO. It's like as you can see here, it's kind of like a semi quasi polar orbit. Not exact, but pretty close, I guess. Let's go back to me. Thanks again, Eric. You awesome, brah. Wan Jockey. Thanks, Kev. Thank you for tuning in and tipping. You guys are awesome. What do you guys got going on for the holidays? Any Christmas plans? What Christmas movie do you guys always watch every year? I have a couple every year that I never miss, but I'm curious what you guys always like to watch. See if there's any I haven't seen yet that I need to see. Muppet Christmas Carol? Well, that's funny. One of the few that I do watch every year is A Christmas Carol, but I only started watching it in 2019 because that's when it came out. It's like the FX version with Guy Pearce. It's called A Christmas Carol. It's really good. So I've been watching that every year for the past few years. So that's one of them that I always watch. Christmas Vacation, Eric, that's another one that I've always watched. Man, I love Christmas Vacation. Fun fact, I actually met Clark's wife. I can't remember her real name, but she's actually from Central Ohio, Upper Arlington, which is not too far from where I'm at. And I met her once. I met her dad too, who used to own a local TV station here. Nice people. Yeah, Christmas Vacation's a good one. Groundhog's Day. I actually haven't seen Groundhog's Day. I've seen parts. I've seen parts of it, but I think if you watch one part of that movie, you've seen all of it because it's Groundhog's Day. Heard good things though. My brothers won't shut up about it. Fifth Element. My dad loved that movie. Claus. Fred Claus. No, I like the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I like those. Like the first one. Yeah, we already talked about Dear Moon. Bad Santa. Man, I haven't seen that one in years. That one's pretty funny. I don't think anyone said the other one I always watch. A Christmas Story. That's one I watch every year. And HBO just came out with the follow-up, the sequel to Christmas Story. It's When He's All Grown Up. I haven't seen that yet, but I want to. I have like a $2 HBO trial going on right now. So for the next couple of months, I got like a Black Friday deal on that. So I need to watch it while I can. Krampus. I've seen Krampus. The Arnold Schwarzenegger one was that with the toy. I can't remember what that's called, but I've seen that one too a couple times. With Sinbad. Man, whatever happened to that guy? Violent Night in theaters now. I haven't even heard of that one. Spaceballs, White Christmas, Polar Express. I've always wanted to watch it. I just never taken the time. I think I was actually managing a movie theater in high school when that movie came out, if I'm not mistaken. Jingle All the Way. That's it. Thank you. Well, for those of you who want to keep watching and SpaceX's live stream to deployment, it's still going on, I think. Yes, it is. I put a link to this direct video that we were watching in the description below. But I'm going to get off here, meow, because I have a family dinner to get to, unless they uninvited me and I just don't know about it. So you all have a nominal rest of your work week. It's almost the weekend. Hang in there. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for SpaceX and the news. Okay? Godspeed to all of you. Goodbye.